Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Impactful Gems. I hope everyone is doing well. And just wanted to get on here and share some gems as I love to do. Love doing this. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying. Never knew I do love being on the radio and as stated before, I do have a diploma in radio and television broadcasting and been on the radio and done a lot of different things in my journey of life. But I'm loving this YouTube thing. I get excited about it. That's what I want to do is encourage people, motivate people to be their best version of themselves. So I hope that that is what my calling is. I know it is. I have a lot of callings. I have a lot of gifts, but I know that's one of them. So I feel that God is using this platform for me to impact and empower people. So, oh, I told y'all, whoever watched last time or whatever, but I went axe throwing since my last video. And yeah, it will be right after my last video, I went axe throwing. So that was interesting. It was different. Had never been. I did not ever. We had an hour session. I never got the axe into the wall, but it was very interesting. We had a good instructor. She taught us how to hold the axe and how to adjust and do all that. And it was interesting, very interesting. Like I said, I got came close. But yeah, so that was interesting. I like trying new things. I think that's what life is about. It's about trying new things. And life is wonderful. Life is good. It is a journey. And that's what I want to talk about today too. Um, are you passing the test? Are you passing the test? Because life is a test. It's going to give you a lot of different tests. Now, I don't know if you all are like me, but I don't like taking tests. Hate them. Hate them. When I was in college, I literally would, well, first of all, I had bad study skills, but that's a whole different situation. But I would literally stay up all night and study. Even if I studied like a couple days before the test, I always, I think I was like, okay, I know the information. But then when I would get in the classes with the professors and the other students, I would always be the last one. But I didn't care about that because you just gonna wait because that's what you get paid for. So you're gonna wait. It could be 300 students in a class, and I'm going to take my time and finish my test. And so, but one thing I learned, which actually it's funny how people who don't even know you they can pick up on things. So when I went axe throwing, the teacher she was saying how she was just teaching us how to throw the axes. And she was just like, don't overthink it. You're overthinking. And I was like, that's what I do. So it was just funny. I was like, it's funny how other people who don't even know you, strangers, can pick up on certain things. But life is a test, it's a series of tests. And I just want to ask you, are you passing your tests? Or do you find yourself, like I have so many times, going through the same thing. So remember in the Bible when the children of Israel they had to stay going around the same thing for 40 years for something that could have just been over quickly. Um, we do that. We've done that. And that's one of the things that put ourselves in a lot of these circumstances. We really do. Like, anybody that's been listening to my channel for any length of time, this I'm new to YouTube, so it hasn't been that long length of time, but anybody that's been listening to me, you would know that I do not like when people don't take responsibility. That's very important. I'm big on that. Just if you say you did it, you did it. You didn't, you didn't. But yeah, we put ourselves in these circumstances. We really do. We stay too long. We let people in our lives that should have never been even in the room with us, period. And we get in these cray cray relationships and we stay. And so it's very important to have discernment. You want to have discernment in life because life is short. It is. It is short, and we never know when our time is going to come. We never know. Life is not, tomorrow's not promised. The next second isn't promised. So we really need to be careful about really, really getting the tools also. What tools are you using to pass tests? You know, when you're in school or whatever type of test you're taking, there are tools that you need to study. You need to learn the concepts so that you can pass the test. So, um, I wanted to just talk about some things that are very important. Everything is going to be tested. One of the things that I think I said it in another video, but one of the things that's really important for you to for you to evaluate, people don't do this though. They don't. Most people don't do this. Um, every relationship, every, I'll say it again, every relationship needs to be tested. Whether it's your family members, if it's associates, friends, every relationship needs to be tested. And what I mean when I say that is this person in my life to hurt me or encourage me? Is this person for me or against me? And a lot of times we ignore the red flags. We ignore. We do. We know. We know that man ain't good for us. We know that lady ain't good for us. But we stay anyway. We get stuck. But you know what? One of my favorite quotes, your comfort zone is your broke zone. So you can stay in that comfort zone if you want to. And I'm not talking about broke as far as money necessarily, although that's part of it, but broke as far as in your spirit, broke in terms of your health. It could cause you health issues and all type of things. So be careful at who evaluate your relationships because one thing I learned, and I believe in this so much. One thing I learned is that people are in your lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Now, let me break that down because some people are in your life for a reason where they are there specifically for that reason. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. It's for that specific reason. And a lot of times we try to take people who are there for a specific reason into this whole different situation that they're not meant to be there for. So remember that the reason, a season, they may be there for, I don't know, it may be a couple years. It may be, I have had people come in and out of my life that were, the time was good while it lasted. It was, it was good, or they taught me a lesson. Learn the lesson. That's the other key. Learn the lesson. Whatever lesson you were supposed to learn from that situation, learn it. Get the lesson. Because guess what? If you don't, you're gonna keep on going around the same mountain like the children of Israel. So and I that's not fun. This that's not good. It's not good. That whole negative situation, whatever the situation is, it's not good. So get the lesson. So you don't have to take it again. Let me tell y'all, I gotta tell y'all this. Y'all know I love stories. Oh my goodness. So when I was in college, there was this class, it was a nutrition class that I had to take. Not my major wasn't nutrition, but I was in an arts and science class, so we had to take different classes. Anyway, so I loved the class, but it was very difficult. It was hard. It was hard. It was very difficult for me. A lot of different concepts and whatever. So the first time I took the class, I got I think it was a D. I got a D. Never, I was a C student. I was never a student like that. So if I got a C, I was having a party. But I was never one of those type of kids um, or students. So anyway, I got a D. Now, necessarily, because I think it was my freshman year, I think. I didn't necessarily have to take the class again, but I liked the class so much. And I said, you know what? And here's the thing, when you're in college or wherever, it doesn't matter if you're in college. If you're in high school, if you get college, yeah, it's kind of almost the same as far as grade point averages. But anyway, if you get an F, it's gonna take. You can't just keep on getting C's, because that's not gonna bump your grade point average up. You're gonna have to like get an A. I'm bad at math, but you got to get an A to bring that grade point average up, at least to a C average. So I took this class again, nutrition class, and I ended up getting a B. So I was happy about that. So my point is, I don't want to keep taking tests again. I really don't. So when I'm going through a hard time, and I've been through many of them, Jesus, Lord have mercy. Um, I don't want to take the same test again. I want to get the lesson. So I hope that you all get the lesson from these tests that life is throwing at you. Because to keep taking the same test, like I heard a motivational speaker say one time, he's like, okay, I done had a hard life, and now he's a millionaire now, but he's like, I had a hard life. And he's like, millionaires still have problems too. He said, but I used to be like, could I just roll up in my problems in a Rolls Royce versus something else? Like they have problems too. They ain't up to nobody else, but they, you get tired of taking the same test. Let it be a new test, not the same one that we have control over. Remember that. In life, you're gonna have a lot of different issues, of course. That's what life is about. Lives. I know that one of mine that I have struggled with is rejection. Nobody likes to get rejected, but some people take it harder than others. And that's something that I have struggled with, is being rejected. But I remember another one of my favorite quotes is, rejection is just redirection to your next destination. Rejection is just redirection to your next destination. I love that. And that helped me put things in perspective in my life. It really did. It helped me put things in perspective. So I don't take it personal. You really, actually, if you think about it, you really should be having a party when you get rejected. Because a lot of times, God is trying to get that person or that situation out your life. But if you're like me, and I'm working on it, praise God, that, um, you know, I'm the type of person that I'm gonna hold on to stuff. And that's something I wanted to also share, that we need to really, really don't be stubborn. I never even have heard of this before until today. Don't be stubborn and hold on to things that no longer serve you. When I heard that, I said, oh my God. Don't hold on to things. Don't be stubborn and hold on to things that no longer serve you. Because what's going to happen is, if you're holding on to a relationship, let's just say, that it's not going anywhere, it's not healthy, you stressed out all the time, you arguing all the time, it's a mess. That's not serving you. That's going to keep you stuck. It's not going to take you to the next level of where you need to be, where God is trying to take you. And lifetime, you can't get that back. You can't get that back. You can't. Once it's gone, it's gone. Once that clock strikes midnight, it's the next day. So don't get stuck in those relationships and those situations that you know are no longer serving you. The other thing is, Um, we stack these situations, and we go through different situations in life. And I know many of us, probably everybody that's listening, has heard the quote, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." And let's take those bad situations and get stronger. Don't get stuck because you're not a tree. So don't get stuck. Let them build you. Build on them. Build on the rejection. Build on the self-esteem. Because what's gonna lack of self-esteem? Um, Build on the hurt, the disappointment, the betrayal. And remember, you're gonna have a Judas. Can't get out of it. You're gonna have a Judas. You know what Judas did in the Bible, right? You're gonna have a Judas. I had one. I mean, I probably have had more than one, but I'm talking about a specific one, and it was really bad. So be encouraged. Stack those. Shout out to Stormy Wellington at Stormy Wellington. I'm learning a lot from her. But stack those, um, stack those bad experiences to build you, not to make you be stuck and not grow. So that's my encouragement for today. I hope it helped someone. And as always, share this video with someone that you think needs to hear it. Um, and like, subscribe, and share, and comment if you would like. God bless.